And welcome back to Atreyu News. More from the religion of peace. I know people were asking me yesterday, well, how do you know it's Islam? And I just knew because in Germany before Islamic immigration, things like this just didn't happen. You can look it up yourself. I really don't care. It's the truth. And I knew because all the attacks are done by Muslims. All the major attacks. Although officials have yet to rule this as a terrorist attack, suspicions have risen due to the attacker's religion. Big surprise. From Gateway Pundit, authorities said the attacker, Fatmir H., is a Muslim from Kosovo, but at this time they are ruling out terrorism. Now, Kosovo is, if not a part of Europe, very close to Europe. So it's not even so much a race thing. However, Kosovo is a mainly Muslim country, Muslim majority. The Daily Mail reported via Jihad Watch. The attacker was identified last night as Muslim Fatmir H. from Kosovo, but authorities are not calling this a terrorist attack. Big surprise there. 7 people, including 2 police officers, were injured when a man wielding an axe went on the rampage at a train station in Dusseldorf. The suspected culprit, identified as Fatmir H. from Kosovo, has been arrested, and German anti-terror police confirmed they are not hunting anyone else. A 36-year-old ran towards a nearby underground station and jumped from a bridge as he attempted to flee. I'm surprised he fled. Seems like most of the Islamic extremists, once they do a heinous crime, they just stay there. But he was arrested after seriously injuring himself in his unsuccessful escape attempt and is now being treated in a hospital. Should be given the gas chamber, you think? Police said he was in an exceptional mental state at the time. Pictures from Dusseldorf, the city's main station, showed one of the victims lying helplessly on the floor as paramedics rushed to their aid. His victims include 3 men, a woman, a 13-year-old girl with a teenager suffering lacerations to her upper arm. 3 were very seriously injured. A motive for the attack has not yet been determined, but the suspect, believed to be from Kosovo, suffers from mental health problems. Yeah, his mental health problem is that he's an extremist from Islam. That's his fucking mental health problem. Police said this morning that they had ruled out an Islamic fundamentalist motive for the attack. Out of their fucking minds. See why having guns on civilians, armed civilians, being able to protect themselves, this nut job maybe would have hit one person with an axe, someone else pulled a gun out, get on the ground, you don't, boom. If you have the ability to stop evil, you have the responsibility to stop evil. People say, well, I'm just going to sit back and let God take over. Well, I don't really think that's how it works. We're given free will for that exact reason. If someone's attacking you, you defend yourself. If you see evil, you stop evil. And that's why conceal and carry is so important. In Germany, guns aren't allowed, and now we know why. Breaking. UN makes heartbreaking announcement. Millions could die. UN says world faces largest humanitarian crisis since 1945, with over 20 million people facing starvation and famine. We are entering a dark age. I'm just glad the Renaissance has come. For this 20 million people, yeah, well, shouldn't really, I feel bad, however. Western countries seem to be feeding the third world countries with an explosion of population. It seems foolish. It's like giving a drunk a drink. It's like the situation is so bad. Here's a bunch of money. Do whatever the hell you want with it. And now we see what happens. A viral outbreak has been reported across the country, and it's bad. Since the start of 2017, hundreds of thousands of cases of mumps have been reported across the country, according to CDC. USA Today reported, as of March 4th, the CDC has received reports of 1,200 cases of mumps, a contagious virus infection that can result in swollen salivary glands and flu-like symptoms. In Washington State, Seattle, and King County health officials said a dozen University of Washington students, all connected to sororities or fraternities, contracted the illness. King TV reported this year there have been 563 reported cases of mumps and probable mumps statewide and increasing from last year when 154 cases were reported in the state, according to Washington State Health Department. In Tulsa, officials investigated 5 confirmed cases of mumps in the area. K4TV reported in Illinois the Lake County Health Department announced it's partnering with Barrington School District 220 to hold a vaccination clinic after 4 cases of confirmed mumps were reported and 35 probable cases identified in the area. Though cases of the mumps fluctuate each year from a few hundred to a few thousand, the high number of cases so early in 2017 has some health officials concerned. We always get concerned anytime that we have any type of outbreak, especially with a vaccine preventable illness like mumps, said Camille Sabella, director of Cleveland Clinic Children's Center for Pediatric Infectious Disease. Well, I can't really say I'm overly surprised with that. If you let people from across the globe into your country without vetting them or checking them, which has come to a halt, but it was like that, right? Of course, some of them are going to have diseases. India still has the plague, for Christ's sake. The plague. Are you kidding?